And we do bring you to the 4A Division II state championships here at Tressler Sports Complex in Emporia. Rocky Downing along with our studio engineer, Bernie Pancella. The Clay Center Lady Tigers have had to wait a little longer to get into this first round of the state championships. Of course, they've waited since 2011 to get back here in the state championships. They had a good run. They'd reached 6 times at one point over about a decade's worth of time, but they haven't been here since 6 years ago in 2011. And now they are back, and they knocked on the door the last 3 years. If you heard the interview, you heard us talking about how close they had been in the regional championship games, only to see it stolen away or a break go away. And now they got their own breaks and made their own breaks, really, in the regional they hosted last week. And finally, that win against Chapman, they put it away and now get a chance to play here in the 4A Division II state championships. They'll take on the Trojans of Girard in this opening round game, the quarterfinal. There are 2 games already final. Pratt, the number 1 seed. The winner of this game will get Pratt, who won over Topeka Hayden 9-3. Pratt, the 1 seed, Hayden, the 8 seed. 9-3 was the final in that contest. Third inning for Pratt, they sent 13 batters to the plate, including a grand slam home run to deep center field, and that really blew the game open. They win at 9-3. Haven, the 2 seed, a winner over Goodland, and they got out early in that one and almost ended in less than 5 innings. It did end in 5 on a 10-run rule. Is a 14-0 final. So Haven, the 2 seed, is through. Pratt, the 1 seed, is through. Pratt awaits the winner of this game, and Haven awaits the winner of the matchup that is going on as we speak right now. They got started a little earlier with the Haven game going final early. It is Prairie View leading Burlington. That's a 3-6 matchup. Prairie View is up 6-0. That is in the second inning right now. I do have the starting lineups for you. We'll take a look at those, and we'll get closer to the first pitch for the Lady Tigers in this 2017 state championships at 4A Division II. We'll be back in just a moment.
When you've been diagnosed with sleep apnea, your first therapy option is typically some form of positive airway pressure medical device. Whether it's a CPAP or BiPAP unit, you'll find them at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy. A full-time respiratory therapist is also available for questions or to help with your needs. They offer a complete line of durable medical equipment to assist and aid in your well-being. Most insurance carriers will be billed for you. Just bring in your prescription to Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack.
Spring is here and the weeds are taking the field. They're throwing everything they've got your way. Weed after weed. Lucky for you can depend on your cleanup hitter at Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed. We have multiple options for weed control in your spring crops. And our powerful hits will knock those weeds right out of the field and clean up those bases. Hit your home run with the help of your teammates at Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed and win the game against weeds.
Whether you farm 100 acres or 10,000, the people of Central Valley Ag Monroe are here to serve you. Like customer service specialist Brett Schicker.
Support bigger growers and smaller growers at the same time.
Every input when you need it. And people like cropping specialist Jason Cook.
We have that personal touch with the farmer. They know that we have their best interest at heart.
Manager Doug Eisenmenger says their most important product is teamwork.
It's not what I can do, it's what we can do together.
Central Valley Ag Monroe. Proud to say we are CVA.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi, honey. Hey, listen, the neighborhood kids all decided to have a sleepover at our house, and they're asking for pizza. Can you pick some up on your way home?
But it's late. Where am I going to find pizza at this hour?
At Shortstop. They've got Hunt Brothers Pizza all day and all night long.
Oh, yeah, the kids love Hunt Brothers Pizza.
So do I. I get it by the slice all the time.
Wait a minute, which Shortstop?
The one on the south edge of Clay Center.
Okay, call in the order and I'll pick them up.
Great. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
The kids are gonna love me.
And again, back at Emporia's Tressler Sports Complex, Thomas Field, home of the Emporia High School baseball and softball complex. Really outstanding look in the fields. Baseball games going on here. Softball, they got 4 fields. The teams have a chance to warm up prior to the game. Right now, they're about to announce all of the players for each squad. They're going through the Girard administration, or coaches, I should say, administration, and the non-starters, and they'll announce the starters here in a moment. They'll do the same then for the Lady Tigers. I'll give you that lineup right now as we get set for the opening pitch just a few minutes away here at Emporia in the 4A Division II state championship. Let's start with the Girard Trojans. They'll lead off with their shortstop, a junior, J.C. Murphy, followed by center fielder Sydney Crane. She's a junior as well. In fact, the lineup almost predominantly juniors. The first 4 hitters are all juniors. Shaylin Grosteffen is their pitcher. She will bat in the third spot. Their cleanup hitter, junior Shelby Smith, the third baseman. In right field is Kaylee Augustine, the lone senior in the starting lineup. She plays right. Lainey Shireman is the first baseman, sophomore, that will bat in that seventh position, or the sixth position. 7, 8, and 9 hitters are the second baseman, Malaya Sandy, who is a junior. Marcy Heatherly is the left fielder, a sophomore, and junior Jalen Jenkins behind the plate. So, again, it's Murphy, Crane, Grosteffen, then Smith, Augustine, Shireman, Sandy, Heatherly, Jenkins for Girard on the offensive side. For the Lady Tigers, it'll look like this, a lineup that they've gotten really comfortable with, of course, without Sam Carson, who was injured during the week leading up to regionals, unable to play in the postseason. Huge loss at the front of that lineup and in center field. But Janae Shivers has stepped in, and she's played a lot through the season already. Was in the lineup just a little bit lower down the line and was playing a lot of left field. Now in center field and leading it off for the Lady Tigers is sophomore Janae Shivers, followed by the senior Allie Wright Frederick, who's behind the plate. The three-hitter is the pitcher. Inside the circle will be Megan Blake, another senior for the Lady Tigers. Sophomore Haley Franson bats cleanup. She's the shortstop. Taylor Mall at first base is senior. Gabby Nelms, you heard her talked about in the pregame by both those four seniors and Coach Don Richter. The play she made against Chapman really does stand out and was a true momentum swinger in that contest. Nelms is playing in right field once again, a junior. Hannah Ferguson will be at third base, a junior for the Lady Tigers. Sophomore Erin Hamill will play at second base, and the senior Michaela Musselman in left field for Clay Center. So again, it's Shivers, Wright Frederick, Blake, Franson, Mall, Nelms, Ferguson, Hamill, and Musselman. And the teams have been announced here. Great crowd on hand in both of the fields, and there was in the games prior to this. Again, Pratt did advance. They'll be playing the winner of this game tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pratt winning over Pika Hayden 9-3, and then Haven a 14-0 win in 5 innings over the Goodland Cowgirls. Now it's the Clay Center Lady Tigers getting set to work as they go up against the Trojans of Girard. By the way, the matchup between Burlington, who is taking on Prairie View. It's Prairie View, the 6 seed, leading 3 seed Burlington 6-0. That game is in the third inning. Both teams have been announced here. They're going into their final huddles. We'll have some opening warm-up tosses, and then we'll be ready to work here. The Lady Tigers will be the home team as a higher seed. They are the 4 seed. Both teams have identical records, but Clay Center the 4 seed, Girard the 5 seed, and we're just about ready to go. Again, the Lady Tigers in the field as they now break huddle and make their way out onto the dirt. Will be in the outfield from left to right, Michaela Musselman, Janae Shivers, and Gabby Nelms. The infield from third, Hannah Ferguson to short, Haley Franson. At second base, Erin Hamill. Taylor Malls over at first. Megan Blake will be inside the circle. Allie Wright Frederick behind the plate. The Lady Tigers are on the field getting those warm-up tosses as mentioned. We'll have the opening pitch for the state championships coming up in just a moment.
Gutters are necessary for the protection of your home, and quality seamless guttering is the most efficient. At B&D Seamless Gutters, you'll have your choice of colors, and they can even match the color to your siding in residential or commercial settings. 7, 8, and 6-inch half-round commercial guttering is also available. Add value and style to your home or building with new gutters. Talk to Brian Moon and have them install leaf screens or solid gutter covers. Call B&D Seamless Gutters for a free estimate. 632-0696.
You're a farmer. You're good at making things grow. Good news is, so are we. United Bank and Trust has the financial stability to help keep you afloat throughout all farming seasons. You see, just like the family farm, we've been around for generations, and we're built on a foundation of agriculture. Turn to the seasoned professionals that you can trust your farm with. At United Bank and Trust, they'll make sure you're able to operate at full capacity. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Top of the first, we're about ready to go. The Lady Tigers in the outfield huddle. The Lady Tigers on the infield dirt huddled in the circle, and now they both break at the same time, and we're about ready for the opening batter, J.C. Murphy of the Girard Trojans, who will bat from the left side of the plate. Shortstop, a junior, leads it off. It's Murphy, Crane, Grosteffen, the first 3. If someone would reach Shelby Smith, Megan Blake takes the circle and looks in at her catcher, Allie Wright Frederick. And here's the opening pitch of the 4A Division II state championships, and it is just off the outside corner. Allie Wright Frederick trying to frame it there, and it was just off the outside black. So 1-0 the count to the opening batter of this 4A Division II state championship. And Ferguson at third, of course, inside the line, and at first, Taylor Ball the same. Here's the 1-0 pitch, slapped at and fouled straight back and out of play, and the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Winner of this will play Pratt in the semifinals tomorrow. Of course, it's win and move on, or if you do lose, that will end your weekend at the state championship. So these first games always so big in all sports to try to survive and get a chance to play 3 here at state. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The pitch from Blake is slapped to the left side, and it's through the infield for a single. Haley Franson charging hard to her left toward second base and had no chance to get to it. It's picked up by Janae Shivers in center field, and Girard has their leadoff runner aboard, a slap single to the opposite side of the second base by the lefty. And another left-handed batter, and Sydney Crane, the center fielder now for the Trojans of Girard, will step in. So a runner at first is Murphy, Crane the batter, the center fielder, and again from the left side. We'll see if they try to swing at it or if they'll put something in play on the offensive side. Maul and Ferguson in a little tighter on the corners as the pitch from Blake looks in. From Megan, she squares the bunt, the batter, but she takes it down low in the dirt. It's 1-0. Hamill at second, charging over to first base to cover should the ball have been bunted down. Haley Franson covering up at second base, and then Ferguson and Maul both charging in on the lines at the corner. And now the pitch in, it's going to be just off the plate. We're up in the press box. Great facility here for hosting this state championship. It is a 1 ball, 1 strike count. That first pitch, they said she offered it on the bunt, so it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count for Blake. 1 runner on, nobody out. Pitch is going to be a pie changeup, and the count goes to 2-1. Outfield and infield moving in unison as the pitch comes home, and if the batter does square for coverage or backup situations, 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch from Blake. And it's up high. Frederick throws behind the runner at first, who dives back in safely, and the count is now 3-1. So Megan Blake, just a little bit of a struggle to find the strike zone here early. Umpire now cleaning off home plates. Frederick waits patiently in the crouch behind the plate as the umpire's now set. Batter back in from the left side. 3 balls and a strike, and a runner on at first. Nobody down top of 1, and a pitch up high, and 2 runners aboard. A slap single to the opposite side by Murphy, the leadoff hitter, and now a walk given up on 5 pitches to Crane, and that brings up the pitcher, Shaylin Grosteffen, who will be the first right-handed batter that Blake will face. Grosteffen is a junior, and again, she will be pitching for the Trojans in this one. Megan Blake peers in now to catcher Allie Wright-Frederick with runners at first and second, nobody down. Clay Center trying to work around a bit of a jam here to start. Squaring to bunt, Grosteffen fouls it down into the dirt and outside the batter's box. Picked up by Wright-Frederick, called foul, and the count is 0-1. No balls and a strike. Grosteffen back to the plate, looks down at her coach at third base, looking for the signal. And now steps back into the batter's box. Blake pounds the softball into the mid of the glove and now rocks and brings the 0-1. She's swinging and takes it up top. She did not square to bunt that time. She did not take a hack at it, so the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Murphy, the runner at second, Crane at first. A single and a walk to start for Girard. And Megan Blake looks back in for the sign. The 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. This one grounded to third. No, it's Franson who can't come up with it, and now they're going to stop the runners. Looked like a little bit of a confusion. It was a slap hopper towards third, between third and short. Ferguson did not go for it. Franson was there, but almost looked like she didn't expect it to get to her, and then the ball comes into the outfield, and the catcher, the sniper, Allie Wright-Frederick, wants to call her troops in and talk things over and to say, hey, let's get after this, as the bases are now loaded. So it's an error on the infield, a walk, and a slap single, and the bases are full here for Girard. And Clay Center with nobody out at the top of the first, trying to really work some magic to get out of this jam. And maybe just a chance to walk out to the circle and try to set the jaw. It looks like Wright-Frederick has found a pair of sunglasses out in front of home plate. And she's asking if that's one of the batters or maybe someone left it on the field. So they will, I think it was a pair of sunglasses they picked up. Anyway, Allie hands it to the third base coach for Girard. The umpire doing some handiwork on his roster sheet, which is interesting, unless that's what was in maybe it was a laminated roster sheet. I don't know. Anyway, looks like they've got it back together and ready to play. Breaking the action is they had huddled up inside the circle for the Lady Tigers on defense with nobody out and the bases full, and now we're back ready to work. The batter is Shelby Smith. Pitch home, up high, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strike count, bases loaded, nobody down, top half of the first inning here. The Lady Tigers in a pickle early. No score as of yet, but nobody out and the bases jammed. Blake looks in. Here's the 1-0 on its way. This one, right down the pipe, popped up on the infield. Franson drifts back, still on the infield dirt. Infield fly rule. She'll make the catch. The runners stay in place, and there's the first out of the inning. So Franson able to backpedal her way almost to the grass. Infield fly rule call. The runners could go at their own risks. Franson made the catch, and, of course, the out recorded, and all stayed in place. So the Lady Tigers get the first out. If they can continue to work here with Kaylee Augustine, the batter, the senior right fielder for Girard. A single, a walk, an error, and now the pop out. Base is still full, 1 down. Here's the pitch from Blake. This one's in the dirt, blocked by Wright Frederick. Runners will have to hold. The short backstop here, so if something does get by, the secondary lead off of the bag as the pitch comes in is going to have to be a pretty aggressive one to get a jump. That one had no worries for anyone because Allie had it blocked. Here's the 1-0. Popped back and foul, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the first, no score yet. Base is full. Girard loaded them up with nobody out. They got the pop out to Franson on the infield, and so there is 1 away now with the bases still full. And the batter is Augustine. Shireman on deck. The 1-1 is down low in the dirt, again blocked and scooped by Wright Frederick. And the count goes to 2-1. Well, not the start the Lady Tigers wanted, but if they can somehow pull that magic trick here and get out of it with at least minimal damage, you can almost get some momentum from such a start. But now it's gone to 3-1 and nowhere to put the batter with the bases loaded. And correction, that is a strike call, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now Blake will look back in. The 2-2 from Blake. 1 down, bases full, top of 1. Pitch on its way. Right back up the box, and that's a single to center field. And now it gets away from Shivers. 1 run scores, 2 runs in, and they'll have runners at the corners and 2 across. That ball was rocketed right back up the circle, and Blake got a glove up. That's about all she could try to do. It got through to center field and bounced away from Shivers. 2 runs score, runners now at first and third. So the second single of the inning. Still 1 down with runners at the corners. And the batter will be Lainey Shireman. She is the number 6 hitter in the lineup for Girard. So a couple of mistakes for the Lady Tigers, a couple of singles and a walk loaded the bases up. Actually, a walk, an error, and a single loaded them, and in the single here scores a couple. Here's the pitch from Blake, and on the inside corner, I think they're going to throw behind the runner at second into the late steal. Franson in front of second base to cut it off and keep the runner at third. So now runners at second and third for Girard with 2 runs already in this first frame. And the batter, Shireman, stands back in from the right side. The rock and the pitch home from Blake. And it is going to be down low, maybe a touch, just inside, 2-0. 1 out, a pop out on the infield. Girard has had a couple of singles. Here's the pitch, the 2-0 from Blake. Grounded right back at Megan. They throw to the runner at third, and they will not get it out. They keep the runner there. Megan Blake looked like she was ready to fire behind the runner at third. She kind of had her off the bag and a chance and just couldn't release it looked like. And now Coach Don Richter's out on the field to talk with her team. We'll take a timeout here. The Lady Tigers trailing 2-0 top half of the first when we come back.
As a family-owned independent business, our agronomists at CS Precision Ag understand what it takes to make your operation successful. From Vera soil mapping and variable rate prescriptions to preseason crop planning and weekly crop scouting reports, our agronomists tailor fit each package to fit your particular farm. We are accepting new customers for 2017 throughout north central Kansas and south central Nebraska. Contact us today at 785-630-0596 or visit us online at csprecisionag.com.
So after the sure out on the ground ball didn't get recorded for the Lady Tigers, Coach Don Richter quickly out of the dugout to talk with her team, and now she's back in the dugout. The Lady Tigers are back ready to work. Trailing 2-0 in the top of the first. There is one down, runners at every bag. And Blake looked like she was ready to throw. I think would have had the runner and just couldn't release it looked like. First pitch is low to the batter now, Malaya Sandy. And by the time Blake did throw to Ferguson at third, the runner had gotten back in on the dive, and so now runners everywhere. Again, top of the first. There's a ground ball to first base, picked up. Taylor Mall fires home after the tag at first. They'll get the out. One run does score. Runners go to second and third. Great job by Taylor Mall, the senior at first base, was able to snag it, tag first, and made it close at home. It was the runner coming across safely, but she made a good throw to try to get the runner at home. Wright Frederick covering there. There's two down, and now it's 3-0. So runners at second and third. And a ground out unassisted to the first baseman, Taylor Mall. 2 away. And the first pitch is off the mark for Megan Blake. It's 1-0. By the way, Prairie View has gone up 8-0 in their matchup against Burlington as a 6 seed over the 3 seed. They're in the 4th. Here's the pitch from Blake. And this one, strike call on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, 2 aboard. 3 runs in this first half inning. The Lady Tigers trying to get themselves settled in here in the state championships. Here's the pitch from Blake. Ground ball, third base side, will stay fair. Ferguson fires to first, but safe. They beat it out. Hannah came in for it, picked it clean, threw a strike to first, but it was a slow roller that just wouldn't curl foul. And so another run is across, and the Lady Tigers find themselves down 4-0. And a runner to third. And an infield single puts a runner at first and third. So Clay Center has had about as bad a start as you could imagine in this first inning. Now just trying to get out of it. The runner will go from first to second, no throw down, with the runner over at third. 4-0, Girard leads it. But the Lady Tigers have yet to have a chance to put a bat on the ball yet, so we'll see what happens in their half, but they got to get there first. Down 4-0. Top of 1. Here's the pitch from Blake. The 0-1 hammer toward left center field, and this is going to get through into the gap. It's going to score 2 more. Around first, on her way to second goes Jalen Jenkins, the catcher, the number 9 hitter, and Girard has erupted for 6 early runs. Heatherly comes in to score, as does Shireman. And now Clay Center sees the double from the number 9 hitter put Girard into a bat-around situation. This is the 10th batter to come to the plate in this first frame. 2 down, now a runner at second. 6 runs in for Girard in the top half of this first. So the batter is J.C. Murphy. She singled on a little slap single, ground ball to the left side of second base, her first time up. There is a courtesy runner in at second, so the umpire stepping out to keep his lineup card in order as he steps in back in behind the plate. We're about ready to work. Well, the Lady Tigers have to have a little bit of a shell-shocked feel right now, and they need to get the out and find a way to get some runs on the board with 2 down and trailing 6-0. First pitch in for a strike to Murphy, who again singled and scored to lead off this game. This is the 10th batter to come to the plate for Girard in this top half of the first. Runner at second, 2 down. Pitch from Blake, the 0-1. And this one is in for a strike outside corner. So she's worked in, now worked outside corner, and it's 0-2. Looking for her first strikeout of the game is the senior Megan Blake. She peers in. And the 0-2 on its way. This one off speed, swung at in the dirt. They'll have to throw her out at first, and they do. The Lady Tigers get out of it. Now we head to the bottom of 1. Play center with an uphill challenge ahead. They trail 6-0. They come to the plate next.
TSI Kansas and Clay Center is your diesel repair facility that can meet all your diesel truck repair needs. From brakes, oil services, clutch repairs, tires, and more, we can keep your equipment on the road. TSI Kansas has an extensive parts network and the experience you need to get the job done right and at a fair price. Call TSI Kansas at 785-632-5183 and ask about our current specials.
If you use standard diesel fuel, you should know that switching to Cenex Premium Diesel can make a powerful difference in your trucks and farm equipment. Cenex Premium Diesel is specially formulated to optimize performance. It's proven to deliver more power and up to 5% better fuel economy. Plus, it contains a special additive formulated for the demands of today's modern engine to help reduce downtime and maintenance.
Farmers Cooperative.
Well, Girard bats around in the top half of the first. There's no pretty way to paint what just took place. The Lady Tigers struggled. Girard hit the ball well. There were 4 hits. There were 2 errors. There were 6 runs and 1 left on base. But the Lady Tigers have yet to swing a bat, so if they can come back and do some damage of their own and maybe settle into this baseball game or softball game, we'll see what happens. The Lady Tigers will have Janae Shivers to lead it off, then Allie Wright-Frederick and Megan Blake if someone reaches. Haley Franson, the Lady Tiger lineup is Shivers, Wright, Frederick, Blake, Franson, Mall, Nelms, Ferguson, Hamill, and Musselman. And it will be, again, Janae Shivers who will lead it off as Girard has their final warm-up toss from Shaylin Grosteffen. The Lady Tigers will have Janae Shivers to lead it off the center field with a sophomore. And no one swing or one at bat's going to get it done here with a whole lot of softball left to play. But they could just get a little something going here in the first and settle themselves back down. I think it would be a great move for the Lady Tigers should they make that happen. Momentum certainly on the side of Girard after that first frame when they batted around and scored 6. Bottom of 1, Shivers in. First pitch, down low, 1-0. Coach Richter, I was talking with following our locker room show. You heard that interview in pregame. I'll get back to this in just a moment as Grosteffen about ready to work. The 1-0 pitch to Shivers is a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. She said she told her ladies that they have seen about every pitcher through the NCKL and throw in Garden City. So they can hit anyone if they just keep the chin in and focus on what they do. And obviously the first half of the frame didn't go as they would have planned, but now it's time to come to the plate and try to manufacture something. Shivers down in a count 1-2. She fouled one off to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grosteffen looks in. Here's the pitch home. And a swing and strike 3. The catcher able to hold on to a foul tip. 1 down, and the batter will be Allie Wright-Frederick. Allie, the catcher, of course, for the Lady Tigers. 4-year starter for this team, behind the plate throughout those 4 years. And now making it to the state championships where, used to Emporia, she's made it twice in basketball, winning the state title 2 years ago, and, of course, qualifying this past year as the #1 seed. Also a state qualifier in golf throughout her career for the Lady Tigers. There's an off-speed pitch, and Allie let that one go by, and down in a count 0-1. No balls and a strike is the pitch to Wright-Frederick. And this one's going to be low and inside, 1-1. Megan Blake on deck. Haley Franson waiting in the hole. The Lady Tigers can get something going here, down 6-0 after 1/2 frame. And the pitch from Grosteffen. Fly ball, right field side, hit pretty well, but underneath of it, the right fielder, and just into the right field gap, able to bring it in. Wright Frederick just underneath of it a touch, put a pretty good charge into it, but popped it up too high, and he out-recorded in right center field. Good catch by the right fielder, Kaylee Augustine. So there's 2 away on the fly out off the bat of Wright Frederick. 2 down, and Megan Blake will come to the plate. Blake from the right side, as was Shivers and Wright Frederick. Grosteffen looks in, and the first pitch, Blake hammers one left field and deep. It's drifting foul, though, and will be caught at the fence by the left fielder, Marcy Heatherly. The Lady Tigers retired in order. We've completed 1 in Emporia. Play Center trails 6-0.
The Citizens National Bank is ready to provide you with a great borrowing experience, whether you're buying, building, or refinancing a home. We offer first-time home buyer, FHA, VA, and conventional home loans with competitive interest rates on a national level and flexible term options to fit your financial situation. With little money down, we can assist you with getting into your dream house. The Citizens National Bank, mortgage loans with the personal attention you deserve. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Replacing your roof with a major investment. You want it done right the first time with an excellent warranty for any work that might be needed later. The professionals at Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement have gone that extra mile with more in-depth training earning additional certification. Tyson Ramirez has Hague Residential Certification, and Tyler Hassenbank has both Hague Commercial and Residential Certification.
This is Dallas Hassenbank, and Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has you covered with more than 37 years experience.
The Lady Tigers had a couple of balls hit pretty well in that half inning. Allie Wright Frederick went with it to the right field side, kind of got underneath of it, maybe just a touch, and then had a good play by the right fielder. And the left fielder in foul territory was able to track down Megan Blake's long fly ball near the fence at deep left field in foul territory. And so Clay Center's retired in order and trailing 6-0 as we go to the top of 2. For Girard, it will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Sydney Crane, Shaylin Grosteffen, and Shelby Smith lead it off. Clay Center has mentioned if he just joined us in that first frame, just struggled. And he gave up a single, a walk, an error, and then a couple of more singles. And before you knew it, Girard put 6 runs on the board. And the Lady Tigers with their backs against the wall with a lot of softball to play, mind you, but certainly an uphill climb now they have to battle against. Left-handed batter, number 2 in the lineup, headed to the plate, Crane for Girard. The Trojans lead at 6-0 over Clay Center. Megan Blake is set to work inside the circle as she rocks and brings the first offering. And it's going to be just up high, 1-0. Infield, Hannah Ferguson at third, Haley Franson at shortstop. At second base, Aaron Hamill at first, Taylor Ball. The outfield from left to right is Michaela Musselman, Janae Shivers, and Gabby Nelms. Here's the 1-0, grounded left side. Franson up with it, fires a bullet over to first, and they get her 1 down. Good wheels by the 2 leadoff hitters, if you will, the 1 and 2 spots in the Girard lineup. From that left side of the plate, slapped it opposite way, but Franson threw a dime over to first, there's 1 away. Grosteffen will step in, right side of the plate. Nobody on, 1 down. Top of 2, Clay Center trails here, 6-0 in the Prairie View Burlington matchup. Prairie View is up 8-1. That is in the 4th inning. There's a line shot back up the middle of Grosteffen, has reached for the second time. She walked, or for a correction, reached on an error her first time up, and now slaps a single right back up the box. 1 on, 1 down, and Shelby Smith, who popped out to shortstop, will step in. Smith, the Trojan third baseman. Runner at first, 1 down. Megan Blake set to work, and the pitch comes home. Swinging and fouling straight back is Smith. It's 0-1. So no play on there with Grosteffen, the runner at first, who reached on the single with 1 away. And Smith, who as mentioned, popped out to shortstop her first time up, their cleanup hitter, the junior third baseman. An 0-1 count as Blake looks in and now brings it in. This off speed released a little late. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, went way up high. Runner stays at first base. It is a courtesy runner in there for Girard as the pitcher Grosssteffen singled, and now can go back and get prepped for the next at bat or the next defensive side of the inning. Line shot left field. Michaela Musselman, a long run and unable to get to it. It's foul territory. She got a long way to go and got within a couple of strides before it hit grass, and the count goes to 1-2. Hit on a line that time by Smith, but really yanked foul down the third base line, and Musselman gave it a good run, but no chance to get to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. Runner at first for Girard. They lead 6-0 over Clay Center. There's the pitch from Blake, just missing up and out. It's 2-2. Dirt infield here. Natural grass in the outfield at Trussler Sports Complex Emporia. There's the pitch in. It's down in the dirt. It gets by Wright Frederick, and now a runner at second. And the count goes full, 3-2. Off speed again from Megan Blake, and had an odd release, it seemed like again, and was down in the dirt. Wright Frederick, it came in such an odd spin and speed, it just kind of trickled back past, and the runner takes second. 3 ball, 2 strike pitch, and it's up high, ball 4. So Smith the first, already at second is the courtesy runner for Grosssteffen. And a walk given up here will bring to the plate Kaylee Augustine. Clay Centers needs something to get some life back in. There is not much hop in the step. You had the tough first half inning. You're down 6-0. You go 1-2-3 in order at the plate. A swing and a miss, strike 1. And now you're starting to grasp at something good to happen. And you got the first out, then a single, now a walk. So runners at first and second. There is 1 down. Top half of 2. Augustine the batter. An 0-1 count for Megan Blake. There's a pop-up right side. Taylor Mall over near the fence, closer to the fence, and makes the play right in front of the Girard dugout, and there's 2 down. So Taylor Mall with a nice play right up against the fencing, a shorter fence, and she didn't have to go into it, but she was right next to it and just kept her concentration with Allie Wright Frederick near her from the catching position now to maybe help her know where she was at, right over by the Girard dugout. There's 2 away. 2 on, 2 down. The batter now is Lainey Shireman, who reached on an error her first time up. There's a line drive right field, and this is going to get to the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs will score. Around first to second goes the runner, and now going for third, and she will stand up at third with a triple. Lainey Shireman drills one to the opposite field that painted the line. Gabby Nelms over to try to cut it off, and it rolls to the wall. And now an 8-0 lead for Girard over the Lady Tigers, and we're just in the top of the second inning. Prairie View, by the way, leads 8-2 in their matchup. The winner of this game will get Pratt tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then Haven winning over Goodland 14-0 earlier. So a runner at third now with 2 runs in the frame. And the batter is Malaya Sandy. No misplay on the hits in this inning. They've just been hit really hard. That one was a laced shot to the right field line. And we talked about the defense of Gabby Nelm. She sprinted over, tried to cut it off and keep it from going to the wall, but there was no chance. Top of 2, 8-0, Girard with the lead. Here's the 1-0 from Megan Blake. And across for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strike count, I should say. 2 down. Tough Sunfield for the umpire for Wright Frederick behind the plate, and for us here in the box, it is right in our face. There's a ground ball right side. Hamill has it, fires it over toward first, and it goes right by Taylor Mall. It looked like it was really through a pitch she wasn't expecting to, for lack of a better way to put it. It kind of went low and left, and Mall was really crossed up when it came at her. It was short distance, and so the Lady Tigers give up another run here, and it's 9-0, and a runner on at first with the error. So a chance to get out of it after the 2 runs had scored, and instead Another run in, another runner on. So Shireman scores from third after the triple. 9-0, top of 2. And Marcy Heatherly will be the batter. She singled her first time in. It was just a routine grounder to second, and Hamill came up with it. And from our end, I just told you the Sunfield is really, really tough. It is right in our eyes here. It looked like it crossed Taylor Mall up. I don't know if it was completely thrown away or if Mall crossed up or it just got missed. But it's an error on that right side of the infield and puts a runner on and a runner in. 2 down. Pop up right side up and out of play. And so Megan Blake up in the count here on the batter Heatherly, who singled and scored back in the first. Girard batted around in the top of the first inning and scored 6. And now they've been able to put 3 on the board in this second frame. Clay Center trailing here 9-0 in the second. Pitch home. Ground ball right side. Hamill. It bounces off the heel of the glove into center field. Now runners at first and second. They throw to third. The runner started for third base from second base and then turned and dove back in as a gun from Janae Shivers to third base stopped her there. So 2 straight errors on the right side of the infield for Clay Center, and Girard's got things working again as they have batted around for the second straight inning. The batter is Jalen Jenkins. Actually, this will be the number 8 hitter to come to the plate for Girard in this frame. Clay Center down 9-0. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Pitch is down low in the dirt, 1-0. Top half of 2. Clay Center will have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the second. They trail right now 9-0. Here's the pitch home from Blake. And it's up high, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Jenkins, who drilled the gapper for a double that brought in 2 runs back in the first. At the plate, the number 9 hitter in the Trojans lineup. Here's the pitch home. Fouled straight back, good cut at it by the junior Jenkins, catcher for Girard. 2 balls and a strike on the foul ball, 2 down. Runners at first and second. Clay Center trailing here 9-0. Megan Blake rocks and brings it home. Off speed, strike call. Oh, they called this a ball. Umpire's got a... No, it is 2-2. I did not see it. This come out on the right side. Umpire's got an interesting rhythm to his strike calls. There's the pitch home. And ground ball right side. Taylor Mall has it and tags the bag for the out. Clay Center trailing 9-0. We're headed to the bottom of the second here in Emporia.
Are you in the market for a new house? Do you need a more reliable set of wheels to get you around town? Or do you just need some extra cash for an unexpected bill? Whatever the case may be, Union State Bank is here to help. We have competitive rates on a variety of different loan options suited to meet your needs. Don't hesitate. Call or stop in and visit with one of our loan officers that you know and can trust today. This is Brandy Crimmins with Union State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
At Oldie Seed, our Know to Grow research program gives you first-hand knowledge of the performance characteristics of each hybrid and variety we offer. We use that knowledge to help you select from the latest traits that include Extend, Enlist, Liberty Link, and Roundup Ready 2. When it comes to selecting your hybrids and varieties this season, count on your Oldie Seed representative. They have the latest trait technologies backed by a solid research program. At Oldie Seed, we have your back.
One company, one call, Twin Valley.
Got the latest and greatest device in your house? Now get the fastest. Your cool new devices deserve Twin Valley Pulse Gig Internet, the fastest available. It has the incredible speed you'll need for maximum enjoyment when multiple people are streaming, gaming, and more. Call for details to see if Twin Valley Pulse Gig Internet is available where you live. It's 800-515-3311 to sign up and speed up.
Well, Girard scores 3 more and leads it 9-0 now after a 6-run first, a 3-run second inning. They had a couple of hits, single and a triple, and a couple of errors against the Lady Tigers, and 3 runs on the board. Clay Center will try to get something going offensively here. Haley Franson will lead it off. 4, 5, and 6 hitters. The sophomore Franson, the shortstop, followed by the senior Taylor Mall and the junior Gabby Nelms. Here's the pitch home from Grosteffen, and a ball low and away. 1-0. Franson in from the right side. Lady Tigers win in order in their half of the first. And now Haley takes a strike on the outside corner right at the knees. Prairie View still leading Burlington in the other quarterfinal matchup, 8-2. That is now in the 5th inning. Haven and Pratt both advancing earlier today. Pitch outside, 2-1. Lady Tigers dug a hole. Let's see if they can start to crawl back out of this thing, down 9-0. 2 balls and a strike. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of 2, Haley Franson up there. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Maybe a little out in front on that one. So Franson will stand back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. String a few hits together, a few base runners together. Here's the pitch home. Up and outside, count goes full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Franson the batter. Franson, Mall, Nelms, if someone can get it going. Hannah Ferguson follows up, then Aaron Hamill and Michaela Musselman. The Lady Tiger lineup. Here's the pitch home. 3-2, swing and a foul tip caught by the catcher, 1 down. Franson, 3-2 pitch, got a good cut at it, but couldn't connect. 1 away for Taylor Mall. Mall is senior for the Lady Tigers here. Nelms on deck as bench in a lefty. Clay Center trying to get a little momentum going. There's a pop-up on the infield to the shortstop and caught there, 2 down. So first pitch swinging Taylor Mall got on it, but popped it up to the shortstop. There's 2 away. Nelms will bat. She's a lefty. Gabby, a junior for the Lady Tigers this year. Bottom of 2, 9-0. Clay Center trails as the pitch comes home. And it is a ball outside. Umpire will take a long look at the pitch when it's taken, and then sometimes will raise up and punch a strike. And sometimes, well, there's the first hit of the game. Nelms drills it right back up the middle for a single, and the Lady Tigers have a base runner on with 2 down for Hannah Ferguson. So Nelms on, 2 away. Ferguson will step up on the right side of the plate here. Get Clay Center just trying to get something started. Down 9-0. Hamill on deck. Nelms at first. The batter is Ferguson. Lady Tiger third baseman. Grosteffen's pitch is low and inside. It looks like 1-0. So 2 down. Nelms the single back up the middle. From that left side, she stands at first. And the pitch home to Ferguson. Outside, they look behind the runner, but Nelms not going anywhere. Well, now the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. So, as you can tell, it's a struggle to get a call from the umpire, it seems like. Here's a ground ball, shortstop. Flips to second for the force, and they're able to get the force out there. Lady Tigers got their first single, base runner Gabby Nelms, but we've completed 2. Clay Center trailing here 9-0 when we come back.
Summertime means picnics and cookouts. Ray's Apple Market has Traeger grills, quality meats, Rock House salads, and produce for a delicious spread. Or get hot meals to go when your family is on the move. It's always fresh, delicious, and perfect for busy families.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
This is Steve McMahon with Central Office Service and Supply. We give you the best of both worlds, a full-service retail store and a powerful e-commerce website with pricing and selection that compares with national chains. Do your shopping anytime, day or night, and we will deliver your order nearly anywhere within a 60-mile radius of Clay Center. Furniture is our specialty. We help with measuring, design, delivery, and setup at remarkably low prices. Shop centralofficesupply.com or call us for that personal touch.
Headed to the top of the third, it will be Girard coming to the plate after a 9-0 lead. Clay Center did get their first run on the board, as mentioned, but stranded that runner, or their first runner on base, I should say, stranded that runner, trails 9-0. Here's a ground ball to Blake. First pitch swinging and one quickly away. So good start to the inning for the Lady Tigers. That was the leadoff hitter, J.C. Murphy, who singled her first time up, now is struck out and grounded out. And there's one away for Sydney Crane. She walked her first time in and came around to score in the first, and then grounded out to Cranston at shortstop her last time up on a bang-bang play at first. Cranston threw a great strike across the field. First pitch is up and away, 1-0. Megan Blake set to work the 1-0 pitch home. Soft liner, stays on the infield. Hamill up with it and throws. There was no chance. She made a really nice play right there, but there was no chance with that little soft wedge over the pitcher's head. It then dug into the dirt, and she came and scooped and threw in a hurry. But again, no chance to make that out at first. There's a runner on. Infield single. Top of the third here. One down, one runner on. And the batter will be Shaylin Grosteffen, the pitcher, the number 3 hitter in the Trojan lineup. One runner on, one down. Here's a pitch home. And this one up and away. Throw behind the runner by Wright Frederick. Is runner back in there diving safely, and she'll stay at first. Megan Blake outside the circle, now walks up toward the rubber to get ready to go. And that was called a strike on that first pitch, 0-1. This one's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. State Track and Field Championships begin tomorrow morning. 1, 2, 3 have the early portion of the day. Phil Casper will be on hand, and I'll be joining him on the weekend as well. 9-0 here, Clay Center down, hoping to see the rally caps out and the Lady Tigers finding a way to get back in this thing. And then we would have dual coverage from both Cessna Stadium and here in Emporia. Clay Center can get this done. They would play Pratt tomorrow at 11, but trailing 9-0 here in the third. Here's the pitch from Blake, the 2-1. And it's just off the glove of Wright Frederick. She was looking to gun to second. Couldn't handle the inside pitch, almost up against Grosteffen. Top of the third, 9-0 again. Clay Center trailing here. Runner at second now with one away. The pitch, 3-1 for Blake, grounded right side, and it's through for a single. Here comes another run for the Trojans. This all the way to the wall again in a gap right center, and Grosteffen stands at second with a double, and Girard is on the board here in the third. They lead at 10-0. Girard has really hit the ball hard today, and the Lady Tigers have helped them out with some errors. And a combination of all the above has put Girard on top 10-0 with one down, a runner now at second in the top of 3. Megan Blake with the pitch home now against Shelby Smith. There's another single right side, and this may find the gap. Shivers will cut it off, but runner from second will score. It's 11-0. So the courtesy runner for Grosteffen comes across to score on the single from Shelby Smith, who is now 1 for 2. She has walked, singled, and popped out. And, again, just the right spot. Shivers a good job to cut it off before it rolled further and for extra bases instead of the single, scoring 1. Kaylee Augustine now the batter. And Girard has had a dream start to this game. The Lady Tigers, a nightmarish start, as they're down 11-0. And now a pinch runner in for Girard. They bring a freshman, Brayley Harris, in to run at first base. And the third base coach for Girard getting the lineup card straight with the home plate umpire. 11-0. That Sunfield we talked about that was making it tough to see things happening on the field now has drifted down behind the trees in the landscape and has become a very pleasant night compared to what it was earlier. Sun really beating down everybody. You can't complain about the weather today at any sporting event this time of year in Kansas, but it was pretty intense for the fans and the players looking out into that stuff until it's now gone down behind the trees as mentioned. There's a foul ball back up and out of play, and the count is 0-1. One away, one runner on at first base. Clay Center trails here in the top of 3, 11-0. Megan Blake set to work. An 0-1 count, and the pitch into the right-handed batter is lined to the right side. Nelms will cut it off there. Runner goes from first to third, and another single in for Girard, and they have really hit the ball well. First and third, and that time just going with the pitch to right field, and Coach Don Richter out, and I think we're going to have a pitching change. It looks like they just handed the ball to Taylor Ball, who will take over inside the circle. 11-0. Lady Tigers trailing Girard in the top of the third when we come back.
Hello, Patterson's Apothecary. How can I help you? Yes, we are open, even with all the construction. Yes, the road closed sign to our west will be there for a long time because of the hospital expansion. But you can get to us from the east on Liberty Street or from the north on Lafayette Street. We're here from 10 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, except for lunch from 12:30 to 1:30. And you can still drive through or walk into Patterson's Apothecary for your prescriptions. Okay, thanks for calling.
This is Ryan Gearhand from Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed with your agronomy report. As you look out over your wheat fields, they may look great now, but don't think you are guaranteed a bumper crop when the current conditions are so favorable for rust. Let Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed help protect your wheat with a timely application of wheat fungicide. Take another look at your wheat fields. There's no reason to jeopardize your yield potential when the fungicide will more than pay for itself with an increased yield. Come see us at Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed.
Whether you farm 100 acres or 10,000, the people of Central Valley Ag Monroe are here to serve you. Like customer service specialist Brett Schicker.
Support bigger growers and smaller growers at the same time.
Every input when you need it. And people like cropping specialist Jason Cook.
We have that personal touch with the farmer. They know that we have their best interest at heart.
Manager Doug Eisenmenger says their most important product is teamwork.
It's not what I can do, it's what we can do together.
Central Valley Ag Monroe. Proud to say we are CVA.
Lady Tigers, a pitching change as Taylor Mall will step inside the circle to pitch. Megan Blake goes from the pitcher's circle over to third base, and then Hannah Ferguson from third over to first. So that's the change as the Lady Tigers, and you could see Coach Don Richter as she ran out to the circle looking at Megan Blake and just saying, we're going to change something up. I mean, Girard just really hit the ball well off of Blake. Went with it to the opposite field, as mentioned, so throw a different arm at him and see if they can slow him down. Runners at first and third, one down, and ball set to work. Around to bunt, they throw behind the runner in a cutoff play, but it's dropped by Franson before she can make the exchange and throw it back home. And so now another run in and a runner at second. 12-0. So Augustine to second base. Smith comes in to score. The batter who had squared to bunt, covering up the runners, steps back in. That batter is Lainey Shireman, who tripled her last time up, reached on an error first time in. So top of 3, and now Girard has gone up 12-0. As Taylor Mall in for the Lady Tigers with one down, stepping into pitch for Megan Blake, who started. Pitch down low in the dirt. And so Mall will work from behind here 3-0. Actually, 2 balls and a strike is the count. So that first bunt cover-up on the runners was an offering, they said, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Mall rocks and brings it homeward. And this one is up and outside, and the count goes to 3-1. They're in the 7th inning in the Prairie View Burlington game, and it's Prairie View leading now 8-3. Here the Lady Tigers down 12-0, top of 3. Ball pitches home. Ground ball, third base side. Franson has it. Long throw to first, and they can't quite snag it at first base. That'll bring in another run. Around second will go the runner off the error, and there's a runner at third, and it's 13-0. Franson had a long throw to make. Ferguson tried to stretch out and then scoop, and she just couldn't pick it off the dirt. It would have been a bang-bang play had she made the catch, but instead now a runner at third, another run in the top of the third inning, and Taylor Mall got the ground out she wanted, and it just was in a space that was tough to get to. Blake couldn't get to it at third, took Franson into the hole to her right, backhanding it and then throwing across her body, and that ended up with the runner getting on, and the error turned it into a runner at third and another run in for Girard. Here's a pitch in from Mall, across for a strike, 0-1. So the batter is Sandy, Malaya Sandy, as Augustine came in to score, and Shireman's over third. And there's the 0-1 pitch, in for a strike, no balls, 2 strikes. One down, one runner at third, with Girard now leading 13-0 in this top half of the third inning. One away. Pitch to Sandy, ground ball back up the middle. What a snag by Franson, and makes the play at first. A run does score, but that was a great pick by Franson, going to her left, hard hit ball, and then threw on the run, striding toward first, and put it on the money. And there is 2 down. And it does score a run, and it puts Girard up now 14-0 in the top of the third. And the batter is Marcy Heatherly. 2 away, bases clear. Pitch in from Mall, in for a strike, painting that outside corner the last couple of batters, and has gone up in the count 0-1. And the delivery comes home. Popped straight back, 0-2. So Mall, good work and relief of Megan Blake here in the third. Again, Clay Center trailing 14-0. 2 down. Pitch slowed away, 1-2. Tried to get the batter to chase, and they laid off of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on for Girard. The pitch, off speed, popped up right side. Hamill, diving catch, had to come back in toward the infield, and then made the catch going down into the dirt to come up with it. So that will retire the side. Again, Girard puts 5 more runs on the board. It's 14-0. Clay Center will come to the plate. Their half of the third when we come back.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi, honey. Hey, listen, the neighborhood kids all decided to have a sleepover at our house, and they're asking for pizza. Can you pick some up on your way home?
But it's late. Where am I going to find pizza at this hour?
At Shortstop. They've got Hunt Brothers Pizza all day and all night long.
Oh, yeah, the kids love Hunt Brothers Pizza.
So do I. I get it by the slice all the time.
Wait a minute, which Shortstop?
The one on the south edge of Clay Center.
Okay, call in the order and I'll pick them up.
Great. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
The kids are gonna love me. Gutters are necessary for the protection of your home, and quality seamless guttering is the most efficient. At B&D Seamless Gutters, you'll have your choice of colors, and they can even match the color to your siding in residential or commercial settings. 7, 8, and 6-inch half-round commercial guttering is also available. Add value and style to your home or building with new gutters. Talk to Brian Moon and have them install leaf screens or solid gutter covers. Call B&D Seamless Gutters for a free estimate. 632-0696.
14-0 is the lead. Girard over Clay Center. We're going into the bottom of the third, and the 8-9 hitters will be up with Janae Shivers waiting in the third spot of this inning. It'll be Aaron Hamill and Michaela Musselman to lead it off. First time to get to the plate here, as the Lady Tigers have had 1 base runner. They hit by Gabby Nelms the last frame. She was stranded. That hit coming with 2 outs, and Girard has really been dominant. The Lady Tigers have aided in that game for Girard with some mistakes, and now they come to the plate here down 14-0 and trying to make something happen. Extend this game a little bit and just see what you can do. As Hamill stands in on the right side and takes a strike outside corner, it's 0-1. Bottom of 3, 14-0. Girard that lead. Hamill in from the right side. The pitch from Grossteffen on its way home. Fouls it right, and the count's 0-2. Michaela Musselman on deck. Your lefty over there that will try to get something going when she has her chance at the plate. See if Erin Hamill can get aboard somehow. Down in the count 0-2. Here's the pitch home. And good patience. The 2-strike count, didn't chase one. Well, Burlington's now made it a little more interesting batting in the 7th. They've cut the lead that was once 6 runs, now to 3. It's 8-5 against Prairie View. Hamill, ground ball back toward the shortstop. The pick and throw, and there's one away. So 1 down, and the batter will be Michaela Musselman, and the leadoff hitter, Janae Shivers, waits in the on-deck circle. Musselman, the lefty, 2 left-handers in the Lady Tiger lineup. Gabby Nelms, who had a single earlier, the last frame, and now Musselman stands in from the left side as well. Pitch on the way in. And a little away. 1-0. Michaela's had great numbers, of course. As Tiger fans, you know the story. Here's the pitch. It'll be called strike just on the knees in the outside corner. Michaela with that auto accident that she was told she wouldn't play this game, and she has come back and not only played but thrived and has had a great senior campaign. Ball down to the dirt, well outside, 2-1. 1 down, nobody on. We're in the bottom of 3 with Clay Center trailing here, 14-0. And Grosteffen, the 2-1 to Musselman. Michaela fouls it straight back, good cut. But right back against the backstop, and the count goes to 2-2. And now Prairie View has just knocked off Burlington. The final score is 8-5. Musselman takes one up and out. It's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Senior Michaela Musselman up there. Shivers waits on deck. There's 1 down, nobody on. Bottom of 3. So Haven and Prairie View will meet up in one semifinal. Pratt waits the winner of this game. Musselman foul tips it, stays alive, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Musselman, as the ball was fouled back away, the umpire coming up, cleaning the home dish off, and now Michaela back in the batter's box. Steffen, the pitcher for Girard, set to work, and the 3-2 is on its way to Michaela. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. Off speed, kind of had her out in front, and Musselman unable to make contact. And that'll bring up Janae Shivers. Shivers bats. She struck out swinging her first time up there. And now 2 down with nobody on. The Lady Tigers again trailing 14-0. Bottom of the 3rd. Girard batted around in the first, sent 10 batters to the plate, scored 6. They had 3 more in the second, 5 more in the 3rd. And now Shivers bats, pops it up and back and out of play. Counts 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Coach Don Richter out of the box dead at third base, just trying to pump the energy back into the girls and wanting Janae Shivers to stand back in and fight. You know she will. 0-2. Here's the pitch home. And a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And that retires the side. We're headed to the 4th. Clay Center trailing here, 14-0.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As a family-owned independent business, our agronomists at CS Precision Ag understand what it takes to make your operation successful. From Veris soil mapping and variable rate prescriptions to pre-season crop planning and weekly crop scouting reports, our agronomists tailor fit each package to fit your particular farm. We are accepting new customers for 2017 throughout north central Kansas and south central Nebraska. Contact us today at 785-630-0596 or visit us online at csprecisionag.com.
Well, Lady Tigers back on defense. Taylor Mall now pitching. She came in during the last frame, and Megan Blake went to third. Anna Ferguson over at first base. Up the middle, you have Haley Franson at shortstop. Aaron Hamill is the second baseman. Allie Wright-Frederick behind the plate. Mall again pitching inside the circle. And in the outfield from right to left is Gabby Nelms, the center fielder Janae Shivers, and in left field, Michaela Busselman. Headed into the top of the fourth, and it will be Jalen Jenkins who leads it off. She has doubled and has grounded out to Taylor Mall, who was then playing first base. Mall now pitching, and the first pitch is outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 14-0. Clay Center trailing Girard here in Emporia in the opening round of the 4A Division II state championships. Pitch is just up high, 2-0. Ball set to work. In the top of the fourth, the 2-0 pitch. This one is in the dirt, 3-0. Clay Center saw Girard come out and slap a single right back up the middle, unplayable, then a walk, and then an error, and then they got it out and had a couple of opportunities to make plays, and after one single went through, there was another error, and then the floodgates just kind of opened. It was just one of those starts you'd never want to have, and it happened for the Lady Tigers, and Girard took advantage. 3-1 now the count, and a ball down low and inside. They called that ball 4, and that puts Jenkins on at first. J.C. Murphy will be the batter. In the top 2 hitters in the Girard lineup, bat from the left side of the plate. Top of 4, runner at first, nobody out. Murphy the batter. Ball looks in, deep breath, and brings it home. Popped up and back and out of play. 0-1 the counts. Tomorrow, state championship track and field, as mentioned. Flip Casper will get the day started tomorrow morning. That first event's at 7:45, the 3,200-meter run, 1, 2, 3A, girls and boys. They'll start the field events at 8 a.m. Here's the pitch home from Ball, and a strike called, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. She works on J.C. Murphy, who has singled, struck out, and grounded out to the pitcher. 1 for 3 in the game. She scored 1 as well. There's a little slap to the left side. Blake had it squirt away from her. Megan had her glove out, and the ball hit, and she tried to then barehand it across her body with the right side. So she reaches left where the ball is coming right at her. It had such a funky spin from a lefty slapping it away. It hit dirt and spun toward the third base line, and all she could do is reach out and knock it down with a bare hand, and it's just an unfortunate play for the Lady Tigers. So runners at first and second for Girard, and nobody down. That'd be an infield single for Girard and for J.C. Murphy, who's now 2 for 4. Like somebody's almost like a bowling ball when it hits the lane, and those guys that can put that big spin on it. Oh, what an effort from Allie Wright-Frederick, a little pop-up butt toward the fencing, and just couldn't get to it. The headgear off and headed toward the fence as quickly as possible. It just ran out of room. Count is 0-1. Runners at first and second. Top half of the fourth inning here. Girard at the plate with those 2 runners at first and second. And the pitch home from Taylor Mall up high. She had squared the bunt, the batter Crane, then pulled it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball steps back up inside the circle and ready to work, and the 1-1 to Crane. This one bunted third base side, and it'll be foul territory. Megan Blake was right on it, saw it going foul, led it, and then grabbed it to stop the play. And runners go back to first and second. The batter Crane back to the plate on the left side, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody down. We're in the top of 4. Clay Center trailing here, 14-0. Ball looks in. And the pitch home. This one outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Megan Blake started for the Lady Tigers. And Girard just hit the ball well. I mean, there's not much you can say. The Lady Tigers gave him some outs. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Taylor Ball. And there's 1 down. So she strikes out Crane here in the 4th. 1 away, runners at first and second. The Lady Tigers made some mistakes, but Girard took advantage of them, and they just hit the ball really hard. And often to the opposite field, right center field gap from right-handers down that right field line a couple of times. There's a pitch that's going to be low and away, it looks like 1-0. And then on the other hand, the Lady Tigers, you get kind of slapped in the face when you're down 6-0, and they came up winning order. They had a couple of really good swings from Allie Wright-Frederick and Megan Blake. Long fly ball to right center from Allie, long fly ball to left in foul territory from Megan, but both were caught. And it's just kind of been an uphill struggle since that time for the Lady Tigers. 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch in. There's a pop-up behind home plate, back and out of play. And the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on the pitcher, Shaylin Grosteffen, for the Trojans of Girard. Top half of the 4th inning, Clay Center on defense. Michaela Musselman in left, and center Janae Shivers, and right Gabby Nelms. Ball looks in at her catcher, Wright-Frederick, and brings the 2-1. Ground ball for shortstop. They'll throw to third for the force out and get the lead runner. There's 2 away. So Franson to Megan Blake and the fielder's choice, and there's 2 down. And it brings to the plate Shelby Smith, who has walked, popped out, and singled, and has scored twice in this game. So Shelby Smith will be the batter. 2 away. Runners at first and second still after the fielder's choice. Franson moving to her right, and then was able to just kind of toss it over to Blake standing on third. First pitch from Ball. A ball. It's 1-0. 2 down. Runners at first and second. Top of the 4th here as the pitch comes home from Taylor. Lined foul and deep. Almost on to the other field. It was Jake so much to the left field side. Smith, the third baseman, junior for the Trojans. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Ball looks in. And the 1-1 pitch on its way home. Line drive towards shortstop, and Franson has it. That will end the inning. So they hold him scoreless in the 4th. 14-0. Lady Tigers trying to get something on the board, but they come to the bats to the plate here in the 4th inning.
Drivers. TSI Kansas and Clay Center is seeking professional, over-the-road drivers to join our team. That's right, team. At TSI Kansas, our drivers and employees are all part of one team. We value our drivers, mechanics, and staff. We all have a common goal, and that goal is to provide our drivers with quality pay and home time they deserve. The new owners at TSI Kansas are dedicated to their employees and know that they are their greatest assets. To join our team, call 785-632-5183.
Buy 4 qualifying tires during the Mastercraft Spring Promotion now through May 31st, and you'll get tires to help master the road. Plus, receive up to a $60 Mastercraft Visa prepaid card by mail. Visit your local Farmers Cooperative tire branch for complete rebate offer details. Master the road with Mastercraft tires. Stop by the Farmers Cooperative today or online at fctires.com.
Farmers Cooperative.
So we heads to the bottom of 4, Clay Center trailing 14-0, and it'll be Allie Wright Frederick to lead it off, followed by Megan Blake and Haley Franson. Mentioned in the first inning, Wright Frederick drove one pretty well, got underneath of it just a little to right center field. Good catch made by the right fielder. Then Megan Blake put a bit of a charge into one to deep left field, foul territory, and the left fielder made a nice play over near the wall. Now Wright Frederick leads it off here. We'll see if they can get something going offensively for Clay Center. Strike called on the first pitch in to Wright Frederick. Rose Steffen has allowed one base runner thus far. Here's a pitch in, line shot third base side, scoop and throw to first. Allie hit a great shot at third, but give credit to Shelby Smith, who flagged it with the left hand, stepping to her left, the gloved hand, and then fired a strike over to first. There's one down. So a hard hit ball again by Allie, but the third baseman really picked it clean and nicely on the moving to her left. One down. Megan Blake, the batter. Again, flew out to left, deep left her first time. Here's a number out in front of the home plate, and the pitcher has it, fires to first, 2 away. And that'll bring Haley Franson up. Franson struck out swinging her first time in. Batting here in the bottom of 4, Clay Center trailing 14-0. Just trying to get something going on the offensive side. Here's the pitch in from Grosteffen to Franson. And the pitch is outside, 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. Taylor Mall hoping to get an at-bat here in this inning. Franson can extend the frame. Grosteffen fires in the 1-0 pitch. This one low in the dirt. 2-0. No walks awarded by Grosteffen. She's faced the minimum minus the single from Gabby Nelms back in the second. That's been the only base runner for Clay Center. And there's a swing and a foul tip. It's now 2-2. 2 balls and a strike, I should say. 2-1 on Haley Franson. So took a good cut at fastball right on the outside part of the plate. Here's the 2-1. This one is down in the dirt, 3-1. Nobody aboard. We're in the bottom of 4. Clay Center down 14-0 after 6 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, 5 more in the third for Girard, and that's what put them in the hole they're in. 3-1 pitch for Franson. Popped up right side over the Trojan dugout and out of play. Count goes full, 3-2. So good battle up there from Haley Franson. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Franson back in, right side. Grosteffen set to work. And the 3-2 pitch on its way in. Popped up right side, foul territory, long run for the first baseman and second baseman, and nobody could get to it. Right fielder also converging there, but it was over on the warning track area of the right field and just past the dugout, and no chance to make a play. And Franson back at the plate, 3 balls, 2 strikes. See Haley take a deep breath and then step back into the batter's box. Bottom of 4, 3-2 count, nobody aboard, 2 down. The pitch home. Franson, line shot right side. Will he get over the second baseman? It will. There's a single for Haley Franson, who just placed it perfectly over the second baseman's head. She ran with her back to the infield and reached up at the last second, but it falls cleanly into the grass, and a single for Franson with 2 down. The Lady Tigers have their second base runner of the game. Franson, it's a good at bat, just hung in there, got the count in her favor, and then fouled a couple away, and eventually was able to make her way on with the single to right field. And now Taylor Mall in there. Bottom of 4. Clay Center here in this quarterfinal matchup against Girard. Saw the Trojans jump out big in the first 3 innings, and Clay Center down 14-0. Grosteffen steps into the circle. The 0-1 to Mall. Franson is going. They throw down to second. She's in there safely. So Franson down to second base. A single could score Haley if she'll be able to run on contact with the 1 ball, 1 strike count on Taylor Mall. and Nelms, who singled her first time up in the on-deck circle. Hoping to get a chance, too. Ball popped out her first time up to the shortstop. 1-1 pitch. And Franson a long way off the second. They won't throw behind her. 2 balls and a strike. Ball stands back in with 2 down, and Franson at second after the single and the steal. Throws Stephen with the pitch home. Fly ball, left center field, well hit by Mall, back near the fence, and that ball is out of here! Taylor Mall just put a charge into one to left center field, and a home run puts the Lady Tigers on the board. A 2-run jack from Taylor Mall, the senior, deep left center field. Franson scores after the single and the first runs of the game for Clay Center. A long ball off the bat of Taylor Mall to left center field. And there wasn't much doubt. The center fielder, Sidney Crane for Girard, actually ran through the fencing in left center. Tried to run to it and did run through the fence, and then the ball, of course, bounding on past. What a shot by Taylor Mall. And that'll bring up Gabby Nelms, as mentioned. She singled her first time up. So now Clay Center's on the board, looking for something to give them a charge and maybe the start of something here with 2 down. Franson the single, stole second, and then the home run from Taylor Mall. The batter is Nelms. There's a grounder back at the pitcher. Gross-Stephan has this one, and there's 3 away. But Clay Center on the board. Long ball from Taylor Mall. We're headed to the top of the 5th. The Lady Tigers trail 14-2.
Hi, this is Maribeth Connor. Holiday gift giving can cause a big strain on your wallet. The Citizens National Bank has a whole new way to jumpstart on budgeting for next Christmas or any other special occasion that is in your future. The Citizens National Bank introduces its Reloadable Card. You tell us how much you want to save, and we'll set up regular transfers from your checking account to the Reloadable Card. It's that simple. Learn more about the Reloadable Card at the Citizens National Bank, downtown Clay Center, member FDIC.
Replacing your roof with a major investment. You want it done right the first time with an excellent warranty for any work that might be needed later. The professionals at Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement have gone that extra mile with more in-depth training, earning additional certification. Tyson Ramirez has Hague Residential Certification, and Tyler Hassenbank has both Hague Commercial and Residential Certification.
This is Dallas Hassenbank, and Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has you covered with more than 37 years experience.
14-2 ball game, but a long ball shot from Taylor Mall, and the Lady Tigers have their first runs on the board. They put the single across from Haley Franson, who scored on the home run to left center field, and there wasn't much doubt once that ball got up in the air off the bat of the ball. It was out of here in a big way. The Lady Tigers do score and have the home run for Mall, and now come back out defensively. Taylor pitching, of course, taking over from Megan Blake there in the 3rd inning. Kaylee Augustine leads it off for the Trojans. Pitch in and a swing and a miss. 0-1. Some life from the dugout, too, and you can just kind of see they needed something to feel good about in this softball game. It's just been one of those games where every time you turn around, there's an inning where you didn't get something done offensively, an inning where Girard's hitting the ball, slapping it around, and you're kind of making a few mistakes here and there. And then Franson with 2 outs got the single, and Taylor Mall yard to the left center field. Top of the 5th, 0-2 count now from Mall pitching, and the 0-2 is going to stay outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Augustine from the right side of the plate. She is 2 for 3, has singled and scored twice. Line drive that was tipped, I think, by Mall, picked up by Franson to throw to first. There's 1 away. Taylor Mall got a tip of the glove on it, slowed it down, then Franson did the rest, and there's 1 down. That really goes 1-6-3 in your book, I guess. Mall got a bit of the glove on it. Franson adjusted, caught it cleanly, and then threw on the run a strike to Hannah Ferguson at first. Mall looks in. 1 down, nobody on. And there's a strike call outside corner. It's 0-1. Ball has the homer and now has one down and nobody on, and an 0-1 count as she works on Shireman. Ground ball, third base side foul. Good hustle play by Megan Blake. Ended up diving as she was trying to reach out for it, but it had gotten to foul territory. Lady Tigers trailing here 14-2 after the 2-run homer from Taylor Ball, but found some life maybe in that inning. There's a swing and a miss. 2 down. So Taylor Ball with her second strikeout, and there's 2 away with nobody on. Now, Clay Center coming up in the 5th. If they get this third out here, are still going to need to score some runs. 10-run rule would be in effect after 5, so they're going to need 3 in their half of the 5th if they want to keep this thing going into further innings. 14-2 here. Clay Center trailing, top of the 5th. Nobody on, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and Taylor Ball doing good work inside the circle as Malaya Sandy swings and misses. She is 0 for 3. She did reach once on an error, but 0 for 3 officially in the game. 0-1 the count from Ball. 2 down, nobody on. If you listen to pregame, or if you haven't, check it out on our KCLY YouTube channel, because it's the video interview, the locker room show we did on yesterday afternoon, at the Ball Diamonds in Clay Center, and you hear what they mean to Coach Don Richter and this program. And it's unfortunate we don't get a chance to see him play again tomorrow in the semifinals, but that is the nature of the beast of the state championship. But what a tremendous career for these seniors, and they are going to leave behind quite a legacy with Michaela Musselman. We know the story of her battling back just to be able to play and then to thrive. Sam Carson, boy, could we have used that bat in the lineup today. We mentioned it a couple of times during the broadcast, but Sam out with an injury before regionals even got underway, and then the Lady Tigers still plowed through it and made it happen. Taylor Ball comes in and pitches the last 4 innings for Megan Blake, and then you have the 2-run jack that she hit to left center field. Megan Blake, we know what she's able to do inside the circle, and then they go over and get those huge hits, that the bases loaded 2-out single to score 2, and part of that 4-run 5th to keep them alive and extend the game. And Allie Wright-Frederick, talk about a battery mate for Megan Blake and for Taylor Ball and all the pitchers of this team. She has been a starting catcher since her freshman year, and just really such a tremendous leader and a part of this team. It's a fun group to watch play, and I know how disappointed they are right now because they're such a competitive crew as well. But congratulations on making it to state. First time since 2011 for Clay Center, and hopefully it'll break the door down for many more to come for this Lady Tiger softball team. That is going to wrap up our broadcast this evening. Tomorrow, state championship track and field gets underway. 1-2-3A has the early session in Wichita. Phil Casper will get you going. We'll join him as the weekend goes along as well at Cessna Stadium in Wichita. For our studio engineer, Bernie Pancella, congratulations again to the Clay Center Lady Tigers 4A Division II state qualifier. First time in 6 years this team makes it to the state championships. The final here, 15-8. Girard advances to play Pratt tomorrow. This is Rocky Downing telling you to enjoy the rest of your Sports Thursday.